Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. So I am doing a Happy Mail movement collaboration with a few other YouTubers, and Kim Newberg is the one who started it. She's based out of Canada. So if I happen to leave anything out, then you can always go check out her channel. I believe it's Images by Kim on YouTube. And so this is what we do. So I made a sample here. We're going to take a piece of paper and make our own envelope. And so I have a architect book, one of those, coffee table books that nobody looks at, just sits there and collect dust. So I got that at the Goodwill, and so I just made an envelope out of it, and you stick some goodies in there, whatever you want. This here is just this is actually a digital from the Graphics Fairy. I printed out and made my own stickers. And then I have a little handmade envelope here with some stuff in it, just some stickers and, some little pieces of ephemera that you can use to decorate your journals with. And the same butterfly that's on the front of that one. Okay. What else? You can put anything in there that you want. Handmade, you can just put in, that's upside down, little pieces of paper like this. Whatever you want to use, anything that you've made, or just little ephemera pieces like this. You can even decorate the inside. You can decorate the outside. Make sure that your address is visible in the top left corner, because, some of the ones that I've seen decorated, they're pretty heavily decorated, and you have to make it so the postal service can actually see the address on there, and then also make sure that you have room for a stamp. And so the whole point of this is to spread Happy Mail throughout the entire world. As far as I know, there are at least a handful that have agreed to do this. Two of them that I know of are in Canada, and there are a few already that are in the United States. If there's any international, I'm not sure about that. But this is what you do. So any piece of paper that is big enough to make an envelope to stick things in, what we're going to do is just fold this side in about a ½ inch or so. And we don't have to be precise because, this is part of the junk journaling world. Let me turn it this way here. And so while I'm showing you how to fold this, I do have a funny for you. I am so not literate when it comes to all this video. I'm new to this YouTube thing. I just started my, I posted my first video on YouTube, I think in August of last year. And make yourself here a little flap. And then fold in this bottom part. And I need to see, okay, so we're going to go up about that far and make sure that it's even. And so I did a video already before this, and I don't know what I did, but my video on my on my phone is in fast forward. I don't know how that happened. So we're going to cut out this piece, this piece, this piece, and this piece. And I'm going to show you how to do that. So now that we have all our folds and our creases in there, we're going to go just on the inside of the crease line and cut that out. And then we're going to turn it slightly, and we're going to cut at an angle and cut that little piece off. And then we're going to do the same thing to the other side, just inside that line. The fold line, the crease, just inside that little crease. And we're going to stop there, and we're going to angle it this way and cut that out. And then we're going to do the same thing to the top. Just on the inside of that line. And then we're going to turn it, and go from the top, no, bottom up. I think that's right. And then we're going to do the same thing to this side, just inside that crease line. And how did I do that? I went up. Okay. Okay, and then fold those in, and then fold that up. Oh, I did it the other way. You know what? I want this part on the inside. So the cuts that we made don't really matter. So when you get your Happy Mail, if you get something, you can decorate the inside of this if you want to. You can put a sticker right there in the middle of it if you want to. And here's a whole bunch of journaling space. It just depends on the paper that you use. So what we're going to do is we're going to fold those in. And actually, before we do that, okay, so the flap is going to come down to about right there. And so what I'm going to do to make it a little bit easier to get things in and out is I'm going to fold it in half, but not crease that. Just fold it in half so I can find the middle. Actually, I need to turn it this way. And we're going to start down here, and we're just going to cut at an angle towards that end there. And then always keeping in mind the flap. Oh, I'm super close right there. Okay, but that's okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some glue here. And I'm staying away from the very edge only because I am going to sew mine. Just keep in mind that if you are sewing, use some glue as well, just because one of the handmade envelopes that I made originally, it tore at the perforation. And so I had to put some washi tape on there. I was trying to do a little prototype demo before I started the video, just so I could show you exactly how it's done. Okay. And then if this is what we're going to put in here, we just put it in there like that. Fold it up. So since I'm really close to that, if I happen to use this envelope, I'm just going to take a piece of tape and put it across there. But then also just put a little bit of glue on these edges and staying away from that. So then you make sure that you have a piece of paper big enough to put your return address here, and then a card big enough to make sure that the recipient's name and address fits all right here. I think in Canada, their address is like 4 or 5 different lines. Like me being in the United States, mine is only 3. And then also make sure that you have room for a real stamp, not metered mail. That way we can keep these and see where all of our mail is coming from. What I'm going to do with mine is when I get any Happy Mail, I'm going to cut these sides off, and then I'm going to open it up and bind it into a book, a journal. You can make an entire journal out of these if you want to. So I will have all the information linked down in the description box below. My address will be there. My email address will be there. If you have any questions that I didn't answer, please feel free to leave me either a comment below or send me an email. I do ask that you become a subscriber, because that's the whole point of this, to get everybody involved and to grow our community. I just started my junk journaling journey about 2 years ago, but my actual YouTube channel I just started in August last year. So I'm just a newbie at this. And so we have other people that are in this community that have been doing it a little bit longer. And so if you have any questions, you know, like I said, either send me an email or head on over to Kim Newberg's YouTube channel and pose your question to her if it's something that I'm unable to answer. So I hope to receive lots of happy mail, and that way I can send a lot of happy mail out. But please make sure that it's only one stamp, because that way we're just sending a little bit and it's not too monetary wise. It's not going to break the bank just if you take stuff out of your stash and then put a stamp on it and mail it. So I hope y'all are having a good day, and stay tuned for my next video, which I believe is going to be altered paper clips decorated on both sides. A viewer commented on one of my older videos that I did hidden paper clips with, but I didn't decorate the back of them. And honestly, it didn't occur to me. So tomorrow, that's what I'm going to be doing, is making some altered paper clips and decorating both sides of them. So leave me a comment below if you have any questions, and I will see you soon. Have a great day.